Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. Just going to play some pick three here. And this is one of the charts I use personally. I have some for sale that I sell on Etsy, and the portion I sell is this portion of it, of this little box here. But for me, I like to extend it even further. So if you have an Excel sheet that you guys are using, you can always use that. And right now we're going to be playing pick three, and I like to play the ones in Arizona. So these are the Arizona numbers. Pick three of Arizona, see, 2025. And if you go to lotteryposts.com, you can find out all the winning past numbers that came up. Right now we're in July. Last number came out was 311. So we're going to try to find a number for today. Yes, the day before's number was 173. So there's two ways I play this. One is I play the last number that won and try to find the next number, or I like to use the average as well. Right? Most people don't play the average, they just play, sometimes they just play the hit, sometimes they play the date, sometimes they play the root sum of the number. But each numbers, I mean, they all work. You just got to figure out which one you want to stick with. Like for me, I like to use the average. So let's try this. So let's do the average to start this off with. So let's do 173. How do you find the average? The way I do it is I have a little thing that I created here. So it's 173,371, 137, 713, 317, then the 731. So now the average is 407. 407 goes in the first box. 952, 952. Right? So that's the average. So if you have a calculator, you can always use that as well. So let me find my calculator here. Same thing. 173 plus 371 plus 137 plus 713 plus 317 plus 731. And then from there, you get the full amount. You just divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 combinations. Put 6, 407. That's how you can also find the average of this. All right, so the way this works is I like to play it off of the date. So the date of the game that we played here was the ninth. All right, so the ninth, and then we're looking for the date of the 10th. So when it comes to double digits, some people like to play this, they call this the date column. But when it goes into double digits, I play it here as the next number, as the date column. So let's highlight this portion of it. I like to try to keep it into a bigger window. So let's put 2 here, and then the number of day before goes to here. So I choose 1 and 2. So the 2 is already there. Um, so this was the date of the 11th is when the number came up, right? So, well, actually, it came up on the ninth, so we're looking for the 10th. So this 407, the 0 needs to go here. So let's go put 883, 338, or, yep, 338, 338. And there we have it. The 0 is now here, and the day before is the 9 is here. So the number that was, the winning number was 173. And the date before that, the after date is 311. All right, so that's how it came up as. So when I play the date of the 10th, so when I play the date of the when the last number came up, so what I'll do is I'll find it nearby. So anytime the 10 or the double digits come up, here's the 10th, here's the 10th. The next number is 311. See right on the bottom of it is 311. See, 311. But if you, I always play this 9. Sometimes it goes this way. Somehow it always lingers this way. But this time I go here, and then the 2's right here, 0, 1, 2. So then you go towards the next mirror of this number, which is a 311. So that's where you found this winning number of the of the 10th, right? So let's backtrack on some more. Let's try something else. So let's do this. So let's play the number itself, right? 173 was the winning number. So that's 628. 628. And you're probably looking at me like, okay, how does this number, where does the 628 come from? So if you know your mirrors, let's create the mirrors chart real quick. So that way everybody is on the same page here. So the mirrors chart is one, oh, I forgot 0. So let's do, matter of fact, let me change this back here. Let's put it on the side here. Make it easier. So that's 4, 5, 6. So let's make the box here. So that's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I doing it right? No. Actually, I'm doing it incorrectly again. Let's go back. It's supposed to be only 5 boxes, right? I'm lost today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. So this is the mirroring numbers of pick 3. So let's highlight the first numbers as orange. I don't like orange, so these are the opposites. These are the mirroring numbers. Okay, so that's where I got this is 173. And if you put the 1 here, the mirror number is 6, the 7 is the 2, and then the 3 is the 8. That's how this number came up here. All right, so the date again is going to be on the 9th to the 10th. So we got to put the 0 in here in this box. So let's try that. That'll be 480. That'll be 935. 935. Update. See, this one came up straight. See, 173. At the 0 next to the 10. Boom. Right across. But that's playing the 173 number here. It went straight across. Pretty amazing, huh? But you had to find out where this location is at. But I base it off on the date. This came out on the 9th. This came out on the 10th. The date was the 9th and the 10th. So that's how these numbers played here. Makes sense? So let's go ahead and try, let's go backtrack again. So let's try something from May. So let's try the 20th, the 20s, anything that was in the date of the 20th. So let's try, I don't know, 24th to the 25th. So let's put 24th to the 25th. And 24th to the 25th right here. Let's do this. So this is the 459 went to the 048. 459 048. So this is 048. So what we'll do is we'll do the average first. 459 954 495 549 945 and then 594. So now the average is 666. 111 111. So now in this date here, we got to put the 5 because we're looking for the next date's number. So we'll bring it down. The 5 is the 3. So 735 goes there. 280. 280. Right? So the next day's number is 048. So here is the 5. There's a 04 here, but there's no 8 around it. And then sometimes if you look for here, it's the same thing. 048 is way down here. So it's not near the 5 at all. And we're looking at the 20s, the 25s. The 25 numbers are here. See, there's nothing here. 048 is down here. Maybe, this is interesting. If I would have took this 5 instead of playing, because this is the 0 through 9 date. So let me remove this real quick because I was doing something earlier. So this is the teens, or like the ones. This is the 10s. This is the 20s. Right? I think that's how it works. So if I would have took this and brought this here, And let's just make this back into orange real quick. And let's say I chose the 5 here and I made this one green. See? And then let's just get this one out of the way for now. See, if I was playing the 25s here, the 5 here, and then the 408 is right across. Maybe that's how it works. The 25 is here, and then they went straight across here because these are the 20s, these are the 10s, and these are the 1s. Does it make sense? So if you look at dates, so sometimes if you want to play the same chart, this is pretty interesting too. So we have 25 here. Now we got to look for 26. 26 will go down to here. So 25, and sometimes you can always find this 26 here somewhere. So let's go ahead and search. This would be that 6, or maybe might go back up here. So the next day's number was after the 048 is 682. Just watch, anywhere around the 6 is probably going to be the 682. See? The 6 off at a 666 is 682. Because this is the 26, 25, 26. Pretty cool, huh? So, but that might be the number that you would have played next. But you just gotta find out where these play. But if you would have played the 6 here, so let's do the number first before we get ahead. So let's do 4, 5, 9, 9, 0, 4, 9, 0, 4. Right? So that's this winning number. Let's see if we can get the 048 from the 059. So let's go ahead and do back to 5. So we got to put the 5 here. So let's see. So the 5 would be, what would that be? So 5 is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 6, 6 will go in there. See right there is 25. So can you see the 048 there off of this? 25, 0, 8, 4, 4, 8, 0. Attached to the 5 again. If you would have played the 5 here, it's 480 right attached to the 5. But if you played the 5 down here, 4, nothing off of this one, unless you went back this way. But this is still attached to the 5. But doesn't give us a straight number, or sometimes it just plays around here. This one came across right next on these 5 that's attached to the 5 itself. Make sense? So let's try. So let's try another 20s. So let's do the 29th. May 29th was 314. 314, and it went to 192. And that's 29th to the 30th. This will be interesting because now we're in the 30th. Maybe might go back to the ones here. But just let's give it a whirl here. So let's do the average real quick. 314, 413, 341, 134, 431, 143. So the average now is 296, 741. So let's run that. So now we're looking for the 30th. Already highlighted the 30th for us. So let's try. So is there a 192 next to this 30th? There's a 129 up here, but it's just a straight number. But if we go back to the 0 up here, is there a 192 attached to this one? No, it's the same thing. 192 is all right here, straight going across here. But that one attached to the 0 here. But we're looking for the 0 in the middle. The 30th went back this way. So it's over here, 9, 2. And then if you had the numbers here, If this numbers were here, then you would have went here. Right, just because the 058 is here. So 921 is way up here. So this thing is here, 30th, and it goes this way. So if the 1 was here, you would have put the 192, because this is here at the 0. So this one doesn't really work out well, but it's still coming out as a straight number. 192 attached to the 30th here. Makes sense? Sometimes you choose this number and it's attached to this one. Real easy. Somehow it mirrors off of this. But let's say if we played a 314, 869, 869. So let's check that. And then went to the 30th. So let's go back to here and put the 0 here again. So we need one. I think that I count 6 earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's the 552. We'll go there. Oh no, went too far. So it's the next row. So it is 869. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Bro, what did I do? Oh, my bad. I think I'm just putting in numbers now. There it is. Okay. So that's the 0 there. And we are playing the number itself, 314. The next day's number is 192. Nothing here. There's 92. If you want to highlight this, 129 went down this way, still attached to the 0. 921 if you just play this in the box. Still got the numbers there. But each of these, but it's tricky though. I mean, if you keep playing it over and over, pretty soon you get the hang of it of like some numbers come out really good, some numbers come out just doesn't come out the way you think it'll come out as, but it is lottery. I mean, some most people saying it's random, but I think it's based off of charts if you look at the charts correctly. So I don't like this playing this number here, but if I were to play the 0 here, I think it would have worked better. Because the 0 then is just a 192 straight down. If the 0 came out, if you play the 30 off here. Anyway, so let's go back to let's just do one more. Let's do one more. Let's try choose another number here. And see if we can find something. Any suggestions what number we can use? Let's try the 19th of April. So let's do 878, 887, 788. Let me just take these off and find the. So now we go with 851, 306. So let's try that. And the date of that is the 20th again. So we'll go back to the 0. Let's turn this back into white and let's go to 0. I think you can don't have to change anything here. Let's try this here. So it's the 0. So if I want to highlight that green, and this is 878 9097. It's the 19th and the 20th. 20th here. So the next day's number is 097. Right here, 907. 907. It's all crammed here. Interesting, huh? But if you just play the 878, 323, put it there. This one's crazy, look. If you put the 0 here, instead of changing the white, put the 0 here as the 20th, and you play the main number. Look, 097, straight across. Okay, so let's go play tonight's number. So let's try 311. So it's going to be 131, so that's 185. 630. So tonight is the 11. It's right here. So what number should I play? If I would have chose the 11 here, I probably would play. Okay, so if I would play here, these numbers I'm going to choose from, and double came up yesterday. Let's see here, so it's 713 before, and I'm using the average. So I probably would choose. Let's do this real quick. Let's open a new Excel sheet. And I'm going to take this whole chart here, put it on a new Excel. Just zoom back in. And then, so that's the chart for 185, and let's do the chart for 311. I want to mirror this chart to see, so we want to bring the 4 down here to the 1, 2, 3, 4. So 480 is going to go there. 935. See, it's 311 going across. That's the 11. So what do you see the difference here? What's going on? There we go. So if you would take this box here and bring this chart, let's put it next to each other. Maybe it'd be easier to see. Let's see. So one is 311. That's the number here. And then one of them is 1016. That's the 185 average. This is the average chart. And then this is the number hit number. So let's hit. So if we're going to choose some numbers off of this, what numbers are identical here? I think 323 is this way. Look, 232. Here's 323. Or 711. If it plays off of here, because 311 was the main number. 711 maybe becomes, because the number before was 173, right? So 713 is over here, 311 is here. And this number is the 11. Maybe 11 saying, hey, this might change to this 3 might turn into an 8. That might be a good number to play. 81, 817. The date is the 11th. So I would probably choose 021, 032, 281, 871, 023, 062, 626, Still hits as a double again. It's 262. But I probably play 262 because it's all the way across. Because here 26. So I'll probably play 262, 226, 622, and then I'll play 662, 262, no, 626. This is probably what I will buy. All right, that's what I have here. That's one of the charts I'd like to play. So if you guys have any questions, put it in the comments. Let me know. But if you guys want to check out the Excel sheet, I'll put it in the bottom of the comments if you guys want to purchase this. And this is a rundown that I use with Excel. I have it in Google Sheets too, so I'll put both links there. That way you can click on it if you guys want to try it. And then you guys can learn how to play this. All right, so have a good day. And we'll talk to you again later. Bye-bye.